Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Escapement Time Lapis Lazuli 9022. I bought this watch for £117.39 and it arrived in about 8 to 9 days. I bought this watch with my own money from the Escapement Time official store on AliExpress. I'll put a link in the description, but it won't be an affiliate link. In case you're wondering, today I'm wearing my vintage Lanco. I bought this watch non-running on eBay and me and my friend restored it. The height of the watch is 28.5mm, the width is 23mm, the thickness is 6.5mm, lug to lug 34.7mm, lug width of 20mm, and a weight of the head only is 17.2 grams. These are all measured by myself and they do differ slightly from what's on the website. The watch is made of stainless steel, however the website does not specify which kind of steel. The movement is a Miyota 9022 quartz. It has a square sapphire flat crystal, and I'm not sure about the AR coating, it doesn't say, and a water resistance of 30 meters. The movement inside the watch is a Miyota 9022. It's a zero dual movement with an accuracy of plus or minus 20 seconds per month and a battery life of 3 years. Now I do want to warn you, the case back on this watch really did not want to come off. I was really going at it with the case back knife. Eventually I did pop it off, but as you can see I actually cut the gasket in half. But that's no problem. Okay, I'll stop edging you and we can have a look at the main selling point of this watch, which is the natural Lapis Lazuli dial. It's made up of these small hand-cut squares of Lapis Lazuli, and I think it looks really nice. It's a nice deep blue with small golden sparkles. However, unfortunately, it's not perfect. You might be able to tell, but it's not really straight in the case. It's kind of off to an angle. The tiles are cut somewhat roughly. You can see the white marks around the edges, and in some shots I'll show later there's actually small gaps in between some of the tiles, and I noticed on mine that one or two of the tiles is not flat with the rest of the watch. You can see in the reflection sometimes some of them will pop out individually, which I think if done on purpose could be quite nice, but the fact that it's only one or two, it kind of is a bit disappointing. But for the price of the watch I don't think I can ask for too much. While I'm not a huge fan of the name Escapement Time, I think it does look quite nice stamped onto the dial. It's in a gold paint kind of colour, and I think it fits well with the dark blue of the Lapis Lazuli. And then lastly the hands. It's a two-hander watch with Dauphine style silver hands. They're quite similar in length and, to be honest, not very legible. You have to catch the light in the right way to actually see what time it is. But on this watch, I don't really think I'm looking at it for the time. As for the finishing on the watch, there's really not much to talk about. The entire watch is polished aside from the case back, which is just brushed. There's no text on the case back, and in fact, aside from on the dial, there's no text on this watch at all. There's a few things that I'm unsatisfied with this watch, but the main one definitely has to be the crown. It's a nice looking signed crown, however I measured it at only 3.3mm, which is ridiculous to grab. Unless you've got nails like me, there's no way you're setting the time on this thing. On the AliExpress listing, it actually showed a small 3D printed tool that they said is included with every watch to use to pull out the crown. However, mine did not come with that. But aside from the crown, I'm actually quite happy with the design of the case. I like the tank style and I like the small size, and I really like how narrow the watch is. Unlike a Cartier tank where the sides are quite wide to look like a tank, I think this fits more sleekly on the wrist. The watch comes supplied on this rather cheap feeling leather watch strap. The strap also has no text on it, so you can't be for sure if it's genuine leather, however it does feel like it. It has a standard looking unsigned steel buckle, and overall the strap doesn't feel too bad. It's flexible and it's quite soft, however I think it's just because it's thin, it's kind of tricking me into thinking it's not too bad. Thankfully it has a quick release spring bar, so it can easily be swapped out for something of my own. Looking at the dial a little bit closer, you can really see the misalignment issues with the Lapis Lazuli squares. It looks quite bad when you're this close, but really looking at it under the naked eye, you can't really tell. You can see that it's a little bit misaligned, but there's no way you can see the gaps in between the squares. Finally, here's the watch on my 6.5-inch wrist. It wears really well, and obviously I like small watches, so I'm going to like it. It's very thin and it stays out of the way, and overall I think it wears really well. If you have any questions about the watch, or there's something I didn't show that you wish I did, please let me know in the comments. I bought this watch with my own money, however if I do ever receive a watch for free, I'll definitely give a biased review. And I'll close this video out by saying if there's any watches you want me to show on the channel, please let me know. The next watch is going to be another Militado. They just released a new military watch, which looks quite nice, so I've ordered one, and it should arrive in a couple of days. I plan on doing a giveaway at 50 subscribers, so look forward to that. But for now, goodbye.